Good morning, all. Welcome you all for the next lecture series. In this series, we are going to see the nuclear power plant, working principle of nuclear power plant in the block diagram approach. I think for the last class, we discussed how many power plants available in Tamil Nadu and all over India, how much percent capacity they are generating, all the informations we have discussed. So, anyone remember how many power plants in Tamil Nadu? Say the names. Is Kalpakkam and Kodunkulam. How much power they are generated? From the Kodunkulam, they are generating, they are consisting of 2 units. Each unit capacity is 1000. So finally, their total capacity is 2000. In future, they are planned for the 4000 megawatt. And for the Kalpakkam, they are generating 440 MAPS and 500 PFBR. So I think in the operational, so finally, and they are planned the 2 units into 220 plus 500 megawatts. So, and Kalpakkam fast breeder reactor type of plant, and it is capacity is 500. And remaining power plants we are discussed in the last class. Shall we go for working principle of nuclear power plant? First, we have discussed how many components it consists. So, components of nuclear power plants are nuclear reactor, heat exchanger, steam turbine, alternator, and condenser. So, here first the nuclear reactor is available here. Nuclear reactor is a nuclear reactor, and the heat exchanger, turbine, alternator, and the condenser, and cooling water also it consists. So I think you'll remember the working principle of thermal power plant. So I think from heat exchanger itself, same as it's look like same as steam power plant. So before instead of coal, we are using nuclear reactor. So nuclear reactor consists of number of tubes. We are loading thorium or uranium as a fuel. And the thorium and uranium are heated through heat metal. It transferred to the exchanges. So heat exchanges is convert the tubes are available here. So around it is water is there also available from the condenser. Cooling water is feed through the feed pump, feed water pump, and the water is heated and the working of the function of heat exchanger is it converts high heat boiling temperature of water into high pressure steam. So here the steam is created in the water is boiled and it's converted into steam. And that is it's a very high pressure. It is through the valve we are sent to the turbine or fed to the turbine. So we know that turbine is converted into mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is here the shafts are connected, alternator shafts and the turbine are connected. So based on this mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So remaining, you know that the transmission line consists of transformer, isolators, and bus bars connected to the RAV, and also there is an exciter is also there. So let's see the remaining from heat exchanger, the remaining water is fed to the nuclear reactor. So nuclear reactor also consists of number of tubes. It having here it is creating the huge amount of heat. So to cooling it, we are remaining water flow to the nuclear reactor. So this process over. This nuclear reactor to heat exchanger. Heat exchanger to heat exchanger create the steam and it's converted in just into the turbine. Through the turbine, the mechanical is sent to the alternator and it's converted to the electrical energy. What is the purpose of condenser? So we know that the remaining after usage of turbine water is excess water is sent to the condenser. So condenser is condense the water and it's fed to the feed water through the feed water pump. It is fed to the heat exchanger. So condenser also to condense the water. That is, it receives the water from the turbine. Here a little heat, so it cool itself. There is a cooling water is available around the condenser. That cooling water it will get from the river, and the cooling water is flow through the condenser, and it is cooled, and it's condensed. The water through the pump it's sent to the heat exchanger. And this is how we are. And this is the process. The block diagram of nuclear power plant is working. So once again, we'll repeat how many components are there: nuclear reactor, exchanger, turbine, alternator, and condenser. Working also, we know that it is the nuclear reactor consists of fuels. This uranium and thorium. Uranium and thorium are heated and it's converted and it's sent to the hot through the and sent to the heat exchanger. Here, heat exchangers heats the water and it's converted to steam. Steam to the turbine, turbine to the alternator, and it's sent to the. After exchange, excess of water is sent to the condenser, and the condenser and through the condensed water sent to the heat exchanger through the feed pump water, feed water pump. Okay. So if you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay. Then we'll see in the next class with the power plant. Thank you all.